Have you ever looked at an electoral map of the United States and wondered why the South, once a Democratic stronghold, is now reliably Republican? The answer lies in a political playbook known as the Southern Strategy, a plan that fundamentally reshaped American politics. It was the Republican Party's coordinated effort to win political support from white voters in the southern United States by appealing to racial tensions and anxieties in the wake of the Civil Rights Movement. For nearly a century after the Civil War, the South was solidly Democratic. But that began to change in the 1960s as the National Democratic Party, under presidents like John F. Kennedy and Lyndon B. Johnson, championed landmark civil rights legislation. This historic shift alienated many white Southern Democrats who were resistant to desegregation and racial equality. Seeing a political opportunity, Republican strategists, most famously associated with Richard Nixon's 1968 presidential campaign, began to target these disaffected voters, creating a new base of support for their party. The strategy's brilliance and its controversy lay in its subtlety. Instead of using overtly racist language, politicians employed carefully chosen, racially coded phrases that resonated with white voters' anxieties. Terms like states' rights were used to signal opposition to federal intervention in segregation. The call for law and order was often a response to civil rights protests and urban unrest, tapping into fears about social change by speaking to a silent majority. Politicians validated the feelings of white Americans who felt left behind by the cultural and social upheavals of the era. The results of this strategy were transformative and undeniable. Over the next several decades, the political landscape of the South underwent a dramatic realignment. State by state, the solid South that had once been a bastion of the Democratic Party flipped from blue to red on the electoral map. This shift created the powerful Republican voting bloc in the South that remains a dominant force in national elections to this day, securing the party's power for generations. Today, the legacy of the Southern Strategy continues to be a subject of intense debate. While the coded language has evolved, conversations about immigration, crime, and national identity often echo the same divisions that were exploited decades ago. The strategy fundamentally altered the coalitions of both major parties and set the stage for many of the political conflicts we still see, forcing us to ask, how much of our current political landscape is still shaped by this pivotal moment in American history?